And just like that, ladies and gentlemen, we have a brand new expansion on our hands. Good afternoon, good morning, good evening, good whatever time of day it may be for you. I am the Laid Back Gamer, and bringing a bit of a different video today. We are still going to be doing our title hunter series. However, today, in honor of a new expansion, I have picked out a very easy to gain title, and I'm only doing that just so that I have a bit of time to be able to talk about the new Elder Scrolls Legends expansion, Houses of Morrowind. Now, although this was not what I was originally seeing coming out of this, I actually thought that there was going to be a Daedra expansion coming out of this. I am very excited nevertheless, especially since what we are about to come across. So I did get one thing right, and that we were going to be getting an announcement sometime in March, as well as this was going to be a massive card dump expansion. I did get those right. However, I was not expecting them to release it on this 29th, especially since I know the Hearthstone expansion is being released on the 22nd. I figured they were going to wait a couple weeks, maybe a month, until after that the hype of that expansion has died down, so that people who play both Elder Scrolls and Hearthstone will immediately come over to Elder Scrolls seeing, hey, there's a new expansion for this. And if Hearthstone meta doesn't change up by then, they'll go, well, I'm going to play more Elder Scrolls Legends. But I like what they're doing, putting this right after the Hearthstone expansion, saying, hey, guess what? We're a pretty big game. We're going to go up against you guys. And I like it. Now, I am going to be doing a little bit more. I can't talk today, apparently. But I am going to be doing a stream, which is going to be featuring card pack openings on both Hearthstone and Elder Scrolls Legends, some gameplay of Hearthstone, as well as either a solo arena, we hunt for a couple of titles of your choosing, or or depending on what's going on during that time. If there's a grand melee, it's definitely going to be a grand melee. But aside from that, a little bit of tidbits. Let's continue on with this. Um, okay, well, let's just go ahead and go right with the new cards. We have a new archetype, as you can see, but first, the mighty god Dagoth a 12 mana strength, intelligent, agility. Which, another concept that either I mentioned in a video or was thinking to myself as something they could do, but this does exactly what I figured it was going to do when I saw this. It takes 3. Normally, a deck in Legends can only contain up to 2 attributes, but in the House of Morrowind, you now have powerful 3 attribute cards, which allows you to, I guess, create decks with that. And I found it really amusing how they said, you ever wanted to equip a Tazcad with a Battle Mace Sentinel, or have Laneth fetch a timely Alan Bennock? Well, you can now. Actually, I think I did mention this in a video where I thought it would be really cool if they did this. And, well, here they are doing this. And you can only use this type of card in, like I said, 3 attribute decks, which means you can also use the other double attribute cards in this deck. So imagine, and it'd be just crazy. Let's see, what's a good example? Well, like they said, Battle Mace Sentinel, or you're playing you Laneth into a Red Brahmin, or you have Red Brahmin immediately equip you use Archer's Gambit, get around something, and attack. Or if you have intelligence, you Red Brahmin, hit your Red Brahmin in his lane. He somehow manages to get a brand new lane full of cards, or he's 1 turn away from lethal. You play Dark Rebirth after you attack. Bam! You just shackled the entire lane again. I think that would be awesome. This new mechanic is going to open up, well, not really new mechanic, but new deck types, going to open up a ton of new gameplay. And as for Dagoth himself, he is, wow! I mean, that God card tag, no joke. breakthrough, charge, drain, guard, lethal, ward. He's everything. Sadly, he still does get removed very easily by hard removal. It's no Iron Atronach, although it could easily take one out, and rightfully so. I kind of wish that the god cards maybe had a little more resilient to hard removal. Like, you have to pay you have to pay extra mana in order for this to work. I think it would be okay, although maybe not so much on certain removal. At his You could easily calm and then execute for a very cheap but kind of card costly. But I'm speculating a little bit. What I want to say is I think this card is going to be in every deck that wants to run all three of these attributes at once. Moving on to well, hold on a second here. Oh, I didn't see that part. I didn't see that. I forgot. I didn't see that, but I just said that 3 times. As you can see, in exchange, to use some of these decks, you have to play 75 cards. You cannot play the card. You may not play with cards of any other attributes, which I think is pretty cool. And now the deck size is maximum of 100. That means I'm gonna be making some 100 cost card decks, just packing in all sorts of stuff. I like that they did that. I do hope that they also raise the amount of your deck limit. If they did that, perfect. Just perfect. These guys, I love what they're doing. I think this is actually really ambitious, but I love what they're doing. Anyways, I was going to talk about, you now have house specific cards, and how you can tell the difference between houses is what what one of their abilities is. We're getting, I think, 4 new keywords into this. 4 new keywords. That's incredible. All right. So for House Redoran, which is perhaps one of the more well-known ones if you've played Skyrim, they get the ability Rally, and basically whenever a creature with Rally attacks, it summons no, it not Rally. I think it also in this instance, if you trigger the Rally, it also puts a 2/2 Clovian Troop with Guard into your hand, and the same with the summon. Pretty cool. Oh no, wait, hold on. When the creature with Rally attacks, it gives random creature in your hand +1. Okay, so that's pretty cool. This is a good way to show it off. It puts a card in your hand so that you always have a guarantee if you manage to attack with, say, the Knights of Genis. This could be really cool. I like the mechanic. The card we got right now, I'm not too certain if it's going to be very powerful, although adding the Colovian Troop to your hand is definitely useful. You can always play it as a cheap guard, and also in token decks. Moving on to House Telvanni. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention, House Redoran will be found in Strength, Willpower, and Endurance. So we'll be seeing only House Redoran, only those 3. I imagine Actually, speaking of which, Dagoth Ur is a god, so I think we are going to be seeing a bunch of other different gods. If you played the Return to Clockwork City expansion, you may have heard them reference a few different gods. Dagoth Ur was one of them. You got to play as Sotha Sil, which I imagine we're going to be seeing him. I'm guessing he's going to be willpower, intelligence, and I'm not sure if I would classify as endurance or actually, it's either endurance or strength. I couldn't see him being an agile, so he's going to be. I imagine Sotha Sil is going to be a god in this, as well as that was that one god that we faced against. Hold on one second while I think a bit.